Hello guys. Welcome back to my channel, Writing Practices. Today, we are going to learn how to write a loan extension request letter. What is a loan extension request letter? A loan extension request letter is a formal written communication from a borrower to their lender, requesting an extension on the repayment period of an existing loan. This type of letter typically explains the reasons for the request, such as temporary financial difficulties or unforeseen circumstances that have impacted the borrower's ability to meet the original repayment schedule. The goal of the letter is to seek the lender's approval to modify the loan terms, specifically extending the loan term to make the monthly payments more manageable for the borrower. The letter usually includes relevant details about the loan, the borrower's current financial situation, and any supporting documentation that justifies the need for the extension. Here, Writing Practices will show you how to write a loan extension request letter step by step. Check this out. First of all, you need to write your full name. Under it, write your home address. Mention the number, street name, city, state, and zip code. And now, you need to write the date of the letter. After that, write the information about the recipient. You can start with their full name. Under it, write their occupation in the company. And write the name of the company or organization as well. Under it, write the full address of the office or company. You need to include the number, street name, city, state, and zip code. After completing this information, you can then write the subject of the letter. Simply, you can write, "Request for loan extension for," followed by the code or number of the loan of yours. For the next, you can write a formal salutation. If you don't know their name, you can simply write "Dear Sir or Madam." And if you know, you may write, "Dear Mr. or Ms. or Mrs., followed by the name of the recipient. In the first paragraph, you need to directly write the purpose of the letter. It is an introduction, stating the reason for writing, including the loan account number for easy reference. And here is the example of how you write the introduction. I am writing to you regarding my loan account, number 987654321, with Rocky Mountain Bank. After that, you can continue by writing an explanation of circumstances. Yes, you can first write your specific situation. The situation that makes you find it hard to pay regularly. State the situation and tell the recipient how you are unable to fulfill your obligation to pay. For example, you can write something like, "Due to unforeseen circumstances that have impacted my financial situation, I find myself in a position where I am unable to meet the original repayment schedule for the above-mentioned loan." In the second paragraph, this is where you write more details. State a detailed explanation of the circumstances that have led to the need for an extension. They are such as the situation of job loss, medical emergency, and so on. For example, if you lost your job, you can write something like, "Specifically, a recent job loss has temporarily affected my ability to fulfill my financial commitments as originally planned." Not only that, but you also need to state the impact on financial situation. Explain to the recipient how these circumstances have affected your ability, as the borrower, to meet the original repayment schedule. If you have no idea what to write, you may simply copy this. "This situation was unexpected, and has significantly impacted my financial stability." In the third paragraph, this is where you write a request for extension. Of course, you must write a formal request. Write a direct request for an extension on the loan repayment schedule. It should be specifying the desired extension period. For example, "In light of these circumstances, I am requesting an extension on my loan repayment schedule." For the next, write the justification. It means, you need to write a rationale for why the extension will help the borrower meet their obligations. If you completely have no idea what to write, you may simply copy this. "I believe that an extension would provide me with the necessary time to stabilize my financial situation. and ensure that I can continue to make payments without defaulting on my loan obligations. In the fourth paragraph, this is where you write about steps taken by borrower. For the actions taken part, you must write description of steps the borrower is taking to improve their financial situation. For example, they can be seeking employment, reducing expenses, or so on. By doing so, you have to strongly state your commitment to repayment. It is a statement of the borrower's commitment to resolving the situation and meeting their loan obligations. You can write it as a whole paragraph like, I am committed to resolving this situation, and am currently taking the following steps to improve my financial condition. Actively seeking new employment and reducing unnecessary expenses. In the fifth paragraph, this is where you write your request details. For the specific request, you can write a precise request for the length of the loan extension being sought. For example, you may write something like, I kindly ask that Rocky Mountain Bank consider my request for a loan extension of an additional 6 months. After stating your request, you need to show your willingness to cooperate. It should be an offer to discuss any conditions, or provide additional documentation required for the extension. Simply, you may write something like, I am open to discussing any conditions that may be required for this extension, and am willing to provide additional documentation or information as needed. In the sixth paragraph, write brief about your relationship with the lender. You need to show expression of value and appreciation. Show appreciation for the lender's support and understanding during the challenging financial situation. Here is the example. I value my relationship with Rocky Mountain Bank and appreciate your understanding and support during this challenging time. And then, you can continue by writing your hope for a mutually agreeable solution. This sentence conveys the borrower's optimism and willingness to find a solution that benefits both parties, ensuring the borrower can meet their obligations under revised terms. For example is, I am hopeful that we can find a mutually agreeable solution that allows me to meet my obligations under revised terms. In the seventh paragraph, this will be talking about the next steps. Write a request for information on the next steps in the process, and an offer to discuss the matter further if needed. You may simply write something like, please let me know the next steps in the process, or any further information you require from me to consider this request. Besides, you must show availability for further discussion. Give your contact information and availability to discuss the matter further. You need to include your phone number and email address. And here is how you write it. I am available to discuss this matter further at your earliest convenience, and can be reached at 303-555-6789, or michael.roberts@email.com. And the last paragraph, write your expression of gratitude. Write thanks to the lender for their understanding and consideration. For example is, thank you for your attention to this matter and for your consideration of my request. And finally, you can close the letter with sincerely. Add your signature, and write your full name under it. So, that's how you write a loan extension request letter step by step. I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.